Hello, literature lovers. This February, the month of love, let us delve into the captivating realm of African romance literature. Let us talk about love. Are you ready? You sure? Okay, let us get started. Number 1. It is a Christian romance trilogy novel by Joanne Mboli. The first of the trilogy, The One Who Loves Me. Is God sovereign over love stories? The One Who Holds Me. Is God sovereign over uncertainties? The One Who Sees Me. Is God sovereign over mistakes and failures? Just a snippet of the trilogy. Bullies and family disasters have left 18-year-old Tiana with anxiety and doubt. She feels pressured to believe in God. But as she embarks on her college journey, in the hope of one day working at Google as a graphic designer, the only thing she believes in is controlling her own life. Things change when she meets Jaden Williams, the guy with a charming smile and kind heart. ... Basically, this trilogy is surely a go-to comfort read. Joanne Mboli's words are a reminder that God is always with us, guiding us through life's ups and downs. Do you believe in God? I do. The second book, A Love of Convenience by Deswa Oman. It tells the story of an unexpected romance that blossoms between two characters who initially enter into a contract for convenience rather than love. I know there are so many Netflix movies around this, but this book is a good read. As these two navigate their arrangement, they confront their own emotional barriers and personal struggles, leading to a deeper connection that challenges their views on relationships. The third book, it started with I Don't by Amaka Azie. Just imagine you've glammed yourself up for a wedding, and shock on you when the bride says I don't during the vows. It Started with I Don't is a romance novel that follows the story of Ada, who is hesitant to commit to a relationship after a past heartbreak. The I Don't refers to a reluctance to say I do. Unfortunately, she meets this persistent man. She is forced to confront her fears and decide whether to open her heart again. You have to read to know if she said I don't or I do. Read it. The next book, Broken by Fatima Bala, not a halal love story. It presents an exploration of forbidden love and societal expectations within a conservative Muslim community. Broken in the title suggests the potential for heartbreak and the consequences of defying societal conventions. The things people will do in the name of love. Is it a good thing or a bad thing? You have to read to find it out. I Don't Come to You by Chance by Daomi Tricia. The book is all about the lure of quick wealth. Who doesn't want quick wealth? I know I don't. I love my ladder all the way up. I Do Not Come to You by Chance follows a young Nigerian man who is struggling to find work after graduating university. He is reluctantly drawn into the world of email scams orchestrated by his uncle, who promises a quick path to wealth. As this young man becomes entangled into the deceptive schemes, he grapples with moral dilemmas, familial pressure, and the lure of easy money. As you read the novel, you'll get to understand the consequences of corruption and the lengths people will go to escape poverty. His Only Wife by Peace Adzomidie follows the story of Afi, a young Ghanaian woman who is unexpectedly married to Elkim, a man she barely knows, to fulfill a family debt. She is forced to leave her life and dreams behind. Afi struggles to adapt to her new role as a second wife in a modern, wealthy household. In this novel, His Only Wife, she tells us about a story in a situation in a polygamous marriage, her expectations of her husband's family, and the emotional turmoil of this entire thing. You'll really sympathize with her, I promise you. A Cocktail of Unlikely Tales by Shiko Kimani Mwaniki. It is a collection of short stories that explore the complexities of modern Kenyan life. Mwaniki employs a realistic and often humorous tone, offering insightful commentary on cultural clashes, economic disparities, and the search for belonging in a rapidly changing world. It brings to mind the adaptability of the human spirit and the face of adversity, providing a nuanced portrayal of how the Kenyan society looks like. Typical Kenyan thing, I think so, right? Birthday Breakup and Other Stories by Silas Nyakwani. Silas Nyakwani's Birthday Breakup presents a diverse array of characters, primarily the lives of young urban Kenyans, as they explore their relationships, their societal expectations, and their personal identities. Guilty by Joanne Tatia. This is my best one because it's coming from my renowned best African author, Kenyan to be precise, Joanne Tatia. She is the author of I Am Too Pretty to Be Broke and the Other Lies You've Been Telling Yourself. Also, the author of Confessions of Nairobi Women. And also, the author of Things I Will Tell My Daughter and many more. If you've not read any of her books, I think you better. She's such an exciting author. Trust me, she is. In this book, Guilty, she centers her storyline on the named female whose internal conflicts drive the narrative. This protagonist is depicted as introspective, carrying the weight of guilt and the societal judgment. Her vulnerability is apparent through her reflections on past events and the interactions with others as she reveals her resilience amidst the challenges. You can never go wrong with Joanne Tatia. I tell you this. The other book, Closure, May You Rest in Poetry by Betty Kilonzo. This book centers on the speaker's journey through stages of mourning, using poetry as a means of expressing her emotions, memories, and ultimately finding a sense of acceptance and closure. When you read the poems, you'll get to understand the raw pain of loss, the beauty of remembering the deceased, and the eventual process of healing and moving forward, celebrating the life that was lived. To my last one, Let Me Call You Back by Jackson Biko. Oh, by the way, he's also the author of Drunk novel. Such an interesting read. You have to go through my episodes to know what I reviewed about these books. Let Me Call You Back by Jackson Biko focuses on how Biko's writing explores the tensions between traditional cultural expectations and modern individual aspirations, highlighting the struggles of living a life that is true to oneself whilst unfolding the community and family ties in all its odds. That's all I have for you today. Kindly subscribe and share this podcast with your family and friends. Bye.